Hi everyone, for tonight's Nightcap and review, I'm having an adult beverage, and tonight I'll be discussing Rune by Victoria McCombs. This is a book where the author sent me an art copy, but I did see the e-copy did release early, so I did download the KU version in order to support the author and get them their page reads. Of course, I'm always going to give my honest opinion. These are the tropes. The content warnings. There were no content warnings listed in the book, but these are things I found, but even then they weren't extreme in any way. I believe this is a book that's being targeted towards a YA audience. Now my rating for this book is a 3.75, so what's it about? So this book is about Rune, who even for a Viking has not had an easy life. With a sister that's been touched by Odin and who is seemingly perfect in every way, she's had to work that much harder to not be forgotten by her family and clan. Thankfully, she has one thing that brings her joy in her life, the love she shares with the son of the Jarl, who promises that he will soon speak to his parents about proposing to her. The thing is, while he may love and accept her for who she is, she worries that his parents may want a stronger bride. So she turns around and decides to make a deal with a god, that if she can get the boy and keep his heart, that she will make this forgotten god revered amongst the clan. Then the day comes where she thinks he's going to propose to her, but in fact he turns around and proposes to her perfect sister. Feeling betrayed, she lashes out in anger, renouncing the gods. But then she has a chance meeting with an actual god that results in her being kidnapped and taken to Asgard. His reasoning is that she is their missing goddess and it's time for her to come home and take her place amongst the gods. To Rune, however, this seems like a dangerous joke that leaves her worried because her world is full of cautionary tales of what gods do to humans that trick them. She's not sure who's pulling the strings or what part she has to play in their prank, but she knows she needs to find allies while she tries to find her way back home, all before Odin realizes she is not his granddaughter. So she makes a deal with another god, one who claims to be her betrothal, a god who seems to be as broken as she is and who is also looking to escape to the human realm. So they will use their betrothal to trick everyone while trying to plan their escape to the human realm where they will then part ways. But as they spend more time together, she starts to realize he may in fact be the one who truly breaks her heart. But then when her Viking life and her Asgardian one collide, it becomes clear there are going to be casualties, not just of the heart, but with people's lives as well. The question becomes, will it be her or someone she cares about when it all comes crashing down? So what are my thoughts? Again, I'm giving this a 3.75. I do think this was a solid book, and there were a lot of elements that I did enjoy, but I will admit I was not fully able to sink into the book, and I can't pin an exact reason as to why. I do think it was a cool concept, as well as I enjoyed the fact that this was centered around Norse mythology. I do, however, wish we had explored Asgard more and had gotten a little bit more insight into this pantheon and the mythology around it, because there were elements that I was a little confused by, such as these gods were able to be injured by human weapons, and I would think only god-killing weapons would be the ones to do that. So there were little inconsistencies like this throughout the book and some unanswered questions towards the end, and with this being a standalone, those did leave me scratching my head at times. Now for our two MCs, I really enjoyed them. With Rune, she is such a strong and determined female main character. That makes sense though, however, because she is supposedly the goddess of determination and wit. After everything she has been through, all she's ever done is push herself to be the strongest version of herself, and that is a female main character I can definitely get behind. Now V, our male main character, I hope I'm pronouncing his name correctly, is such a sweetheart who is very guarded, but around Rune, he starts to let his guard down and really opens up to her. And when you find out the reason why he wants to leave Asgard, your heart breaks for him. Overall, I enjoyed the two of them together, and I do think this is a solid book, and I do recommend that you give it a try for yourself if it sounds like something you're interested in. It is currently available, so I hope you give it a try, and I hope everyone has a good night and happy readings.